Hello, this is Reflections coming back to you after a whole month, and I'm Nancy Joy. Okay, so it's a new experiment with my iPad camera, so we're just going to go with it, see how I do. There are so many galactic and planetary alignments going on in August that it boggles the mind. If you've been on social media or on the internet, I'm sure you've read many articles on these alignments and the significance and how they relate to the shift of consciousness and the ascension on this planet. So I'm not going to belabor that, but I'm going to give you a brief recap on everything that's started to happen and is happening, and links where you can follow up on some great articles where I did my research on it. And then I want to talk to you about the amazing opportunity that this particular set of alignments is creating for each of us deeply personally and on a planetary level to quicken our shift, our ascension, our new earth, whatever you want to call it, because it is bringing about a conscious timeline split or shift. And I'll get into that just a little bit more, but first I want to explain what's going on. So July 25th and 26th, every year is the same thing as the Mayan Day Out of Time and the Mayan New Year, where they stop everything they're doing. They don't count it on their calendar. They're just still for a whole day. So it's really a cosmic pause, if you will, and it happens every year and has happened every year at this time for a long length of time. At the same time as this pause comes the beginning of the opening of the Lion's Gate, which is a powerful gateway that opens energetically onto our planet. And it started to open then, and it completes its full opening with the full volume of everything that's coming through to us on August 8th. And so, also, on August 7th and 8th, drum roll, no coincidence, is the first of two very powerful eclipses of 2017. And the first one is the full moon eclipse on August 7th and 8th, depending on where you live. And this is, of course, a full moon eclipse. You can do your own study on it, but it reveals things. It's very revealing. It's the time when the Earth comes between the sun and the moon. And great changes happen, and you know all about eclipses. So onward from that eclipse, which coordinates perfectly with the Lion's Gate, comes the, and in fact there's a great article that Simone Matthews did. If you can't get my links off YouTube, please email me, and I will email you this written portion. Sign up on my website, you'll get all the links. It's a great idea. And her article is called August 7th and 8th, Eclipse Holds Hands with the Lion's Gate. It's pretty powerful energy right there. Then the mother lode arrives on August 21st, and it activates a new timeline. Some people say it's a split of timelines, a new timeline. I really don't think it matters. And as day becomes night during the totality of this eclipse, across the United States, coming from Oregon and leaving in Charleston, total through that whole swath across our country. Day will become night, the birds will stop singing, the flowers will close up, and it's just all very quick, because then as the moon comes between the sun and the earth, so it's the reverse of what just happened, when it comes totally full, there is a darkness, and nature responds as if nighttime has come. Yet quite rapidly the moon moves out, casting new light, a new day, and in this particular case, because of all the energies and Pluto transit and everything else going on, in particularly a new timeline. So here is the exciting part. We can choose to enter this timeline fully consciously. You know, how often do you know there's a shift of a timeline that you get to prepare for? You get to do some inner work. it really is, it's all about what happens inside of you. Now, you can listen to all the trauma and drama going on in the articles out there about coming earth changes, the financial collapse, military intervention, all that stuff going on out there. And those things do oftentimes come on the heels of a double eclipse, well, all eclipses. They often do. But in this particular one, this is the first time in 100 years that a full solar eclipse has traversed our country since 1918. It is also the first time in the last time that the eclipse went just over the United States, exclusively over this part of North America, happened in, I have to look at my notes, 1257 AD, before we were even a country, right? And then that's so powerful that this is the first time in how many years is that? And the next time it doesn't happen until 2552. So there's a power line here, and it's like a line in the sand that brings in a new timeline. You can almost feel it just talking about it, and if you read more about it, you're really going to feel it. And I'm sure we're all more than ready for the fast forward button to be pulled to see quickly and rapidly the changes that we've all been waiting for, right? We're ready. So let's go, let's pull the ripcord. I feel it's so important now that we enter this very, very consciously. I am already preparing, and here's my thoughts on it that you might want to use these cosmic alignments as an opportunity to define this timeline the way you, in your heart, believe, know that it is, full of all the things that you want to reflect in the new reality and in the new timeline. Abundance, freedom, compassion, love, joy. It can be so general. And vibrate it from now through the Lion's Gate and into the two eclipses, constantly with every breath that you think of in every cell in your body. You are creating how this new timeline is going to express itself on Earth. So, however, many people are traveling, if you live in the United States, far so that they can reach this swath that's going to be the complete eclipse, and that's great. But you will be a part of this eclipse no matter where you are in the world. The significance of it is where it goes. And a powerful quote from Thoth in the Emerald Tablets to help you understand time a little better. So Thoth says, time just is, it stands still. We travel through time. We've always been able to create timelines. We just haven't realized it. We have been a pawn of time when actually time is just something that exists for us to use to create new horizons, new realities, right? So I think that's just absolutely powerful. And consciously prepare within the Lion's Gate, and as you move through the two eclipses, consciously prepare by activating the Christ light within your own body. You have the universe, the galaxies, the solar systems, the earth, and all the elementals. It's all inside of you. It's that connection. So vibrate your deepest knowings that you've been waiting for to happen. Vibrate them. You are the God creators that are creating this new timeline that's coming with this split. So I prefer to use my cosmic binocular lens in this positive, excited fashion to really embrace and undertake this new reality from within our very hearts. So join me, have a great time with it, catch the magic. I'll see you again. Who knows where or when, right? As the song goes. Bye-bye.